Gage.
Now let's just make sure that we're actually live.
Yes. Shit. What are we having? Sushi, of course. Uh-oh. There was a roofie in our gas station sushi. We black out and wake up in the sewers. We're surrounded by fish. Horny fish.
Oh God.
You sound like oh God, what is the name of that channel? Did you guys ever watch those videos about like look out, Unova, there's a new danger coming to your house and his name is Klefki.
Oh God. I forgot about
That is
those
saying
ads.
Klefki picks up these random keys. What does this one do? It opens up your girlfriend's house. That's right. Klefki just stole your bitch.
That's wild.
There was a solid hour where I thought I was going nuts because I could not stop repeating, speaking in that Australian accent of, oh, a rare from Malden. A rare from Malden in its natural habitat.
What if for Christmas
I'm
we got
sorry.
Scampi Costa.
The hat I just sent is an actual product, and this is one of the
It
freaking
needs a free one.
5-star reviews on it, and I have to share it.
Wow.
Well, I'll put it up on mine.
Hold on, I just have to. I know we started streaming all, but I really just have to.
Hi, stream.
Hi, stream.
I've already received this hat. My wife is not gonna see you. It's verified too.
Oh my God.
Life
God
changing.
almighty.
Oh my God.
I want that.
Jesus.
I've seen it before, and I really want it.
Understandable.
Oh my God. I don't know. That's a pretty long hat right there.
Oh, you want to see the? Hold on, there's pictures of it like actually being worn.
No more pictures. D&D now.
I also love that.
I'm joking.
I love the comment.
Partially.
I love that comment underneath. It's just like before me and my wife got this hat, we couldn't conceive.
There's the hat.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
God, that's the one
Hold on,
looking
hold
from that angle though.
Oh, this is a
What the
better
hat looks
angle.
like its own head.
This is a better angle.
No,
Oh
no.
That's fucking.
my God.
Can you imagine being the model that day?
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, the shame.
Oh,
You'd have a great time.
I mean, you'd have a great time, probably a good laugh, but man, that's a bad time to be a model that day. It's like-
Agreed.
it's like-
You will
Nah,
never be taken
probably
seriously
did
again.
well.
He
At
seems to like it.
Listen, at least him and his wife can conceive now.
True, true.
Does that mean you have that hat? Does
No.
that mean you have like 4 of those hats?
No, I don't have any of these hats. Mine just comes natural. I'm Minnesotan. I don't need an explanation to go fishing.
The hat stays on, though it's there.
Oh God, no. Here's the thing: if I had a hat like this, Abby wouldn't sleep with me.
I'd burn it.
What?
There. God, I can't believe you said that on stream.
Yawn.
I mean, to be fair. The best part is that there's no context. Like, I'm not showing the images. I have the stream on us talking. Like, that's all I have it on.
Oh
The stream will
God.
never get any context.
Stream needs to see you into.
No.
See, the stream is a podcast, and the worst thing that podcasts do is, here, look at this. You hate when a podcast does that, so we will not do that. We are not showing this hat.
Aren't you like literally Canadian? So shut up. Your opinion.
Shut the fuck up. You're literally Texan.
Okay, I'm American too though, so it cancels out. Dumbass.
Wrong again.
You're right. They amplify and make a baby. I'm Texan American. The super patriot.
Oh God. Okay. So.
Senator Armstrong wishes he was a senator.
Oh God! Why would you bring him into this?
Because he's an attractive man.
You know, and he held his own against fucking against Raiden really well.
Also, when should Senator Armstrong not be involved in the conversation?
I don't know now, probably.
let me
I can't think of a single time.
let me show you what it
he
means
should
to
be
be
in
a true
conversation.
blue American.
Give me any topic and I'll tell you why Senator Armstrong should be a part of it.
But dude, bro, though, but I say when the Ripper needs to get ripping. I would at least save those. No matter what, we should at least save those.
Well, here's the problem. The bad.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay,
No, but I had to show you though.
I understand. I appreciate it, but gotta get going on this.
Yes.
So, what is going on, my frosty friends? Sorry, I'm very manic. Been watching Mark play West of Loathing, so I'm just completely bonkers right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There.
Oh, we haven't even done the introduction yet. Oops.
Exactly. What is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wintercast Ice, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Solars. To be fair, as far as D&D openings and stuff like that, this is still very tame in comparison to Unexpectables every fucking session.
There.
They start with 5 to 10 minutes worth of just them talking about random subjects and everything.
Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a rubber room with rats. Rats me crazy.
Also, Tiny, I recently watched Reckoning at Gun Manor. I just kept fucking busting out laughing every time there was just a random, wait, what does this make? Ah! And it's just boo every time. Just everything is just boo. It's like, I'm being compelled to paint something on the wall. What could it be? Boo. Ah! Every time. Just, it's so stupid. I love it. I really need to go back and play West of Loathing. Add it to the list, Tiny. Add it to the list.
I think I heard. Okay. Where the fuck my list at?
I think the list was at 7 or 8 games that I need to go back to.
Yeah, I just looking where I fucking put this shit.
But Ghost of Tsushima is not on that list because I will be playing that after Lies of P. Don't you worry, Wanderer.
And
We're
then
going
I
back.
Ghost of Sushi. Do you still have PlayStation Plus?
I do, yes.
Okay, fucking, Doki Doki Literature Club is free this month.
Oh, God. Oh.
Add that to the list.
Uh,
It's free, Winter.
I know. I'll add it to my stuff, but I won't be happy about it. Oh.
Come on.
Watching Jack play that game was disturbing enough.
It's a fucking roller coaster.
Yeah, it is. Whew. Oh, God. Also, Inscription. I need to fucking play through Inscription. God, that game looks so good.
I just want a run. Or one of the Casey's mod runs, anyways.
One of my mods?
Yeah, except it's spelled with a K.
Oh, okay, so my sister-in-law's. Okay, noted.
Yeah.
And my brother's wife.
Casey's mod is pretty much when you beat the game, you can do a roguelike mode where each time you win it gets harder and harder.
Jesus, that sounds horrifying.
Yeah, it's fun.
But that game looks like what an actual Shadow game should look like.
Yeah, the art style's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, no. I watched Mark's part 1 and then I stopped because I want to play through it all and like experience it.
Uh, hmm. There is a part that you need to be careful with playing
I've been
or
told.
streaming.
I've been told.
Yeah.
But to say, because I brought it up to a friend that
Yep.
wanted to play it, and apparently it will release like personal information.
Really? Shit.
It can show files. It brings.
Oh, yeah,
There
that-
is a combat where it brings friends from your Steam and makes them into characters.
You know what that means?
Oh, wow.
Download as much porn as you can. Richard.
Yes, 'cause that's what I have on the computer. It's
no,
that's not a lot of D&D files.
but there is a part where you can submit files and it'll ask, "Hey, give me a file that has exceptional size. Give me a file that you've had for a really long time." Stuff like that. And the bigger it is or the longer you've had it, the more damage it does.
Jesus.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
Wow.
No, if I was gonna do Inscription, I'd probably record it rather than stream it. just
Definitely.
so I could put some sensors and stuff up. Like
Yeah.
just
'Cause,
that,
I mean, there is one thing you need to block, or else YouTube will get pissed.
oh.
I would spoil it, but it's like at the end.
Oh, okay. So, so you're just verifying like record this. Don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can record this because YouTube can get bad.
We'll get heckin' mad.
You
Get
have
so
seen that
peeved.
there's like you have seen that there's like
Guys,
actual
We're supposed to be
recordings,
playing D&D,
right?
not talking about games.
We are.
Stream
talking-
started a while ago.
I know.
This is D&D.
Yeah, hi,
I mean,
stream.
yeah. Better say stream. What's up? Better say this is literally just what me and Tiny
Uh,
do on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
There.
Blue's inventing a card game. It's called Inscription. Everyone can play.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
To play it, you need to sell your soul, as well as a down deposit of $2.
Dollars?
not
What the
gold.
fuck are dollars?
His new currency to come with the game.
It's true. It's true.
Nah, $2.
two live bucks. You gotta go catch them, and you gotta
Yeah.
bring them.
Live.
You dare mock the son of a shepherd?
Also a goblin girl.
Listen, Niffle will be so happy.
Exactly. Gotta
No.
get nippled and bitch.
I will simply ask this question before we get started. The thing that like would get them mad. Are we talking like this is something like explicitly YouTube is against?
It's pretty much just a. I'll just.
Is it against the
we can
law?
keep going. I'll just. No. Yes. Technically.
Okay, so gray area at minimum.
It'll. I'll just tell you in.
Yeah,
the
you could
DM.
DM me and let us say. But I'm gonna get us started just because it's already late and we should get going. But I say
Yeah.
everybody okay if I'm gonna just ask this straight out. Is everybody okay if this ends up being like a 3-hour session?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good with me.
I'd prefer it.
Yeah, that way we're not going like super duper late.
A short session better than no session.
Exactly. But and we'll still have plenty of time because it's only 10. We've only been going for 13 minutes, so we got plenty of time. But let's go ahead and get into this is probably our most distracted episode. But let's go ahead and get into this with what happened last time on D&D. God, that feels so fitting right now since Sparking Zero like it's become a thing. It's become another game I need to fucking play. But that's not gonna be a stream game. That's just gonna be a me game. The Solaris, after coming to Uskar to try to deal with the problems of the beast, traveling and causing destruction, they made their last stand in Errol in order to stop the beast, and it was an uphill battle. There was a lot of combat, a lot of demons, but through careful planning, strategic movements, and being able to dish out as much damage as they were taking, the party not only overpowered the other generals that travel with the beast, but defeated the Avatar in his Avatar state, permanently putting him down thanks to Henrik.
Yeah, you guys are welcome.
The party then took some time to be able to recuperate. So spoke with the leaders of the country to be able to essentially make plans on what's going to happen in Uskar going forward, and also what the party was planning to do going forward. Speaking with Ice and Summer, you were guaranteed that she will take you to where the main had lost his essentially demon killing sword in the Exeter desert. With some teleportation magic and a bit of work, the party was able to start making their way in that direction. In the meantime, the party also having some moments to reflect on what's happened, especially with Belwraith, who once again fell in battle and is coming to terms with everything that's happened to him and the circumstances around it. But still head held high, the party continues moving forward, and I'm going to pull us back to where we were, which I need to pull up my map so I have an exact location of where you guys are. Because you guys teleported to Glatel, and you guys started heading northeast from there. You guys just had a full rest. You guys
After a night of two people being scared shitless.
Yep, and I forgot. Also, the session ended with you guys catching a. You guys caught a Quasit who was essentially spying on you guys.
Now Blue's going to be doing some tests to try and figure out, hey, can a bard get a familiar?
I'm saying. Oh. Sorry, I just read what Tiny sent me. Ooh. Yeah, I can. Yeah. I can understand why that'd be a problem.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
All you
Not
need,
be discussed on D&D.
yeah. All I'll say is that it's against YouTube's terms and services. So no. Like legitimately, I actually could get in trouble for that.
It's porn.
Oh God.
It's not.
It's not. It
It
no.
totally is.
So
It's worth the
Murder.
board.
So, you guys wake up and you guys are getting ready to go. And if I remember correctly, you did finish off last session by introducing Niffle to everybody.
Yes.
Because basically,
Please remind me, Niffle.
but I say the Quasit.
He's the little closet.
Yes,
Quasit.
I remember. The
Well-
little shit.
Yeah, a little shit who's about the same size as a goblin, probably a little shorter.
Ah,
Like he's just a little guy. He's just a
Perfect
little man.
punting height. Yeah, perfect punting height.
But Wanderer, he's just a little man. He's just a little
Yeah. Really good. Like, he can kick him and knee him in the face at the same time. It's great.
man. Just slow-mo cam. It's just blue lock. It's just like them kicking the soccer ball right into someone's face.
Yeah.
That's a reference I don't know if anybody's gonna get.
I'll pretend to.
All I
Don't
remember
worry.
is Greylock. I
Uh,
don't know what Blue Lock is.
It's a new one.
It's a soccer anime.
Yes, it is.
It's a
Oh,
soccer
okay.
anime.
It looks good.
I was thinking of a horror show.
Oh God. I got to watch the first episode for free, and like it looks good. I enjoyed it. But then again, I'm easily entertained. Moving on.
there.
And I say, you guys watch as Ice and Summer gets her gear and stuff ready to go, and she looks to you all and go, "Are you ready to keep traveling?
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
We still got quite a distance to go, so." That being said, obviously, Ice and Summer is going to do the survival check to make sure you guys are going the right way. But up to 2 people can roll perception checks if that is what you guys would like to do.
I'll roll. I got pretty good perception.
Yeah, one of
Blue's focused on his book while walking, trying to figure out
Yeah.
how to do this.
Cool.
Talking
I'll
with
roll perception.
Bimp about Find Familiar.
absolutely. Oh dear God. Guys, calm down. Guys, calm down.
Uh-oh, rolling high at the first roll. That's gonna be a bad thing, I bet.
Jesus, 27 for Belwraith and 30 for Kazir. Guys, calm down.
Seeing the DM, Kazir
Look,
looks
you're
up and sees the DM.
Hey, there's nothing to see here. Whoa. This ain't about me.
You're
This is
on
about
a
you.
battle high right now.
I just want you guys to look up and see me, and I just look at you guys and I go like, whoa. This ain't about me. This is about you. It's just it's just that
The veil closes back.
It's just like when like Peter tried to pass blame for crashing his car, and they're just like, guys, look, it's Bigfoot, and Bigfoot's like, whoa, hey now, this ain't about me, this is about you. I'm gonna roll a survival check for ice and summer. Oh yeah, no, pass with blind colors. Blind colors, flying colors.
I'm just gonna depart
That's
for a
blind
hot
color.
because I need to get water.
She's okay, sounds good. But I say she's flying blind. Everybody, hang tight. As I say, so many things, like all the goofs today, all the goofs. Anyways, moving on. As you guys are going through, which by the way, if any of you guys are curious, she got a 29 on her survival check.
Sweet.
Nice.
And I say you guys. Well, it helps that she has favorite terrain, and she gets to add to double her proficiency for survival in her favorite terrain.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Rangers, man, some of their it's situational, but man, their abilities are really good.
Facts.
But for perception checks, for Belwraith and for Kazir, as you guys are traveling, which at this point you guys are getting into a kind of a comfortable speed. You guys aren't having to move slow or anything like that, but you guys don't have to push yourselves like you did to get to fucking to Barlashmere.
Yeah.
But you guys are still making some pretty decent distance, especially because of her ability. She specifically could cover more ground with you guys. You guys are making ways, but as you're looking through the sand, you can't help but notice. Oh, that reminds me. About to say, Herma,
Hey.
roll me 2d10s.
Uh-oh.
Captain.
It's
Listen.
rarely good when that happens.
No, it's not. What? What world are you from, Stray? It's not the real one.
It's fine.
3 and 6.
3 and 6.
It's not a 69. So.
What chapter? Oh, you rolled it in roll 20. Nice, thank you. But I was looking in the D&D chat. I'm like, I don't see it. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
I say a 3 and a 6. But I say actually, the weather is quite. But I say the sky is clear, and there's a nice breeze going on right now.
Guys, I roll the best for these things. Like, it's straight up. It's never been bad when I roll. It's always been bad when Tiny rolls, though.
Man,
Accurate.
throwing Tiny under the bus like that, damn. But it's a very nice day of travel. Where'd my dice go? Ah, fuck. Nobody look, I dropped the spaghetti out of my pocket. Everyone look away. Ah, shit. I'll have to find that later. Fuck. That's why I need a new shelf in here. Anyways. As you guys are traveling, you do notice that, but I say you do notice that there is a decent amount of traffic in this area. Like, a decent amount of, caravan traffic. But I say you don't see any carts or anything like that, but you could definitely see signs that there was a large caravan that had passed through here.
I was just about to ask if it was tracks or if we were actually seeing the carts.
Yep. No. You guys don't see any carts or anything. Nowhere, at least nowhere near where you guys are. Maybe beyond your view, there might be some, but who knows? But as far as you can see, it's tracks. But it's pretty hefty tracks. There was a large caravan that came through here recently. But I say it's a little surprising considering you guys are pretty far north in Uskar. That being said, though, you guys, as far as trouble goes, it doesn't seem like anybody is there to bother you. The day progresses without any dangers, as far as you guys can see. You guys travel for pretty much the whole day. But by the end of the day, because of Ice and Summer's ability, you guys actually get pretty darn close to where Uskar meets the Exeter Desert. And she looks to you guys and goes, roughly another half day's travel, and we'll be crossing the line between here and the Exeter Desert. But I warn you, our laws don't extend into the Exeter Desert, so make sure you be on your guard. Some bandits and groups like to use that to their advantage.
Good to know. Thank you for sharing.
Also, it might be a big ask. If we could treat the Thrycreen with respect. They often are very forthright with us. I'd rather not cause any incidences between us and them.
Agreed.
Always, I've only ever had good experiences with the Thrycreen.
Oh, you've met a Thrycreen?
Yeah, I saved one from being enslaved.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, had a little issue with experimental teleporting device and ended up smack dab in the middle of the Exeter Desert. Wasn't fun.
I imagine.
Would not recommend.
I imagine. I've worked with the Thrycreen colonies a couple times. I spent a couple years training with them. Well, I know I know the desert lands very well, and I wanted to hone my skills, especially after my adventures with the Main. And I went into the desert to train with the Thrycreen, and even met their queen.
Lucky.
Very impressive.
Eh, they are very kind people, but they are very shy. They do not like. They don't like us humans, humanoids. We often bring destruction.
It did take a bit of convincing for them to actually follow us from the, dead Yanti.
In their experience, it often becomes a sense of you may have saved them from a danger, but they don't know if you are a danger.
Yeah, thankfully I was able to actually talk with them and show that we aren't a danger, but I hope they're okay right now.
Is there a chance for it to spread?
That is questionable. I mean, if they are part of the hive, if they've returned, then maybe. But
ultimately, they were a scout, so maybe.
It might be a.
At least their name was Scout.
I mean, it makes sense. Often Thrycreen take on names similar to what their positions are. I mean, the queen of the Thrycreen was literally named Queen.
Queen.
Mm-hmm. In their culture, it makes a lot of sense. They're very practical with what they do. They live short lives, and often because of that, they are very literal about the things that they do, and they aren't ones for being around the bush.
Yeah, I understand that.
I imagine you guys are walking and talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she looks at you all and goes, "It's just at the same time, they've had to deal with a lot, and people have hunted them for slavery, for parts, for various different purposes. They just don't trust humans or humanoids in general. It took me years to be able to make a connection to them, and they've been willing to work with us, but on very strict conditions."
Yeah, don't blame them one bit.
But as you guys are traveling, eventually night comes. But as a tiny,
hello.
You are working with Bimp to kind of figure this out. I would like you to roll me an Arcana check. You will have advantage.
No. Hooray.
Cool.
Ray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I get guidance help from Knuckle just following us?
But I'll be nice. I will allow it. Guidance.
Right.
Nice.
Nice. 17 plus.
Well, 5 plus. I fucking Arcana, which
A lot.
is 38.
So,
Bro.
so this is what you understand. As far as Find Familiar goes, you get essentially taught the bare basics of what what Find Familiar means. Obviously, you're essentially making a contract with a being of another realm to essentially act as a partner to you. For most people who use the Find Familiar spell, it's often fey creatures that often take up that position. But you would also know, like, working with Bimp and working with Knackle, who also is very knowledgeable about, religion and all that. You would know, and even actually speaking with Kazir, because of the fact that he is one of these. As a warlock, you can make ties with, beings of infernal nature or demonic nature. But typically it's because you made a pact with a being from those realms that you're able to use them as your familiars. However, Blue, you would know as a bard, your magic is about creation. It's all, the limit to your abilities is literally your creativity. Their bards often can break the rules and bend things to their personal will, but of course, naturally, magic has a limit. It can break, and sometimes it doesn't work the way you want it to. I would say this: would take time, but maybe working with Kazir, maybe you might be able to create a means of using Find Familiar similar to the way Kazir uses his. Above game, if this is what you want, you're going to have to earn it. Just like when you learned Elven.
Completely fair.
That's fine. Then he's gonna start working with Kazir as they walk.
Alright. If that's the case, as you guys make...
I mean, he has made quite a few contracts.
Oh, absolutely. With that being the case, then I would like you to go ahead and... This is going to be a charisma check. And just a straight check. And Kazir, I would like you to go ahead and roll me a... But I say, because you're a warlock, I'd also like you to roll me a charisma check.
Okie dokie.
A
Unfortunately, my
check,
charisma
right?
is not the best. Where's charisma?
A charisma check.
Oh, right. Charisma check. Oh, no, that's a saving check.
Charisma?
There
check.
it is.
You
Damn!
So,
I expected low, but that's pretty damn low.
but Blue? Oh,
Uh,
we lost him! No! Welcome back.
Guys,
just Blue is having a seizure. Yeah. Oh god.
Blue.
Put a stick in his mouth. Go ahead.
Blue's going to cast Glibness to help learn with.
Oh, fair enough. Already using the high level spells, I understand.
Of course.
oh, I rolled a 6.
So
Let's see if I roll above a 15. I don't, so 32.
Alrighty. The DC was not high for this one. You have one level of success. I say, but
Okay.
basically what this means is, Blue, you're... Kazir isn't doing the best at describing how this works exactly. But when Kazir starts talking about, like, the sensations, how the magic, like, flows out of him, how it works, and basically you start to try emulating it. But I say, there's a tingle. Like, there's a feeling that something is clicking. It's not...
I did not realize I could do that, Tiny. Thank you for pointing that out. Sorry.
This is true, technically, and in all honesty, in this particular case, you could actually. Obviously,
Actually, yeah, it would make sense.
obviously, in this case, it would just make your 6 and 8. But if I say with more checks, you could do that. But just obviously, before you roll, you gotta make sure to let me know.
Gotcha.
But essentially, Blue, you're starting to kind of grasp how the process works. It's just definitely using your magic in a way that you're not used to. If that makes sense.
He knows summoning, he knows contracts. You just gotta figure out how to put that together
In the meantime,
with a feat.
Niffle is copying what you're doing, and it's just like he's like, and he just falls over.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Just, head rush.
Yeah, it's a lot of thinking.
Agreed. Niffle hadn't had to think this much.
Yeah.
But Niffle will learn.
I mean, learning is really nice.
And it will make me more powerful!
Remember, knowledge is power.
Yes! Someone hand me a pencil. He grabs a quill. He just starts practicing it like it's a knife.
I was about to say, what's a pencil?
He just grabs a quill and starts
They
practicing.
probably would have
with
had pencils.
it. No, pencils aren't a thing just yet.
Ah.
Nope.
They're not far, I
pencil.
assume.
Not
Pencil.
not far, and of course, naturally, my vernacular will lead towards like pen or pencil, but like realistically, this is a time of quills.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Nah, Niffle invents the pencil.
Well, we here at Niffle Corp, we have many things to sell, and the pencil being our #1 seller. Anyways, but I was saying, you watch as Niffle starts practicing like his knife work with a quill. But you guys, as night comes, I assume you guys are setting up camp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I say, would you guys want to do watches? Would you guys want to be in the?
This night, let's set up the magnificent mansion, but still have watches.
Sounds good.
But I say, Bimp will cast Magnificent Mansion. And as she does, obviously you guys are led into this magnificent like place that very much like upon closer inspection reminds you guys a bit of the tower that Bim grew up in, but definitely with more modern conveniences though, with like open layouts and places to work in. But as a lot of obviously like a banquet hall and everything with various types of food. You guys don't have to write off rations or anything like that because of that. Obviously because of the fact that the Magnificent Mansion actually makes food. You just obviously can't take it out of the mansion.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it does feed up to like if I remember reading this correctly, it feeds up to over 100 people.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of people. It's a great spell.
Niffle Blue's going to let Niffle stuff his face until he passes out.
Absolutely. Niffle will take you up on that. He will fucking devour a whole turkey and then just slip on the bones while he's munching on them, and you just watch him sleep. But I say with a bone in his mouth, and he's just like.
Blue said one of the parts of the contract was giving him food that was better than rats, and I think he thinks that's better than a rat.
I mean, if it's not the turkey, it's all the different kinds of desserts.
Yep.
Which, because Bimp grew up in the way she does, she actually has quite a bit of culinary knowledge, so it's a lot of various different types of foods and everything. Not to mention, your guys' traveling also helped her be able to learn new things.
Yeah.
Cool.
They got oranges.
Which Blue, you were very happy to see that Bimp also conjured the orange alcoholic beverage from Makanali.
Ooh.
The orange sun. If I remember correctly, they're called orange sunrises.
I think so.
But I say it's been a while since you guys have been to Makanali, but it's Daniel's it's Daniel's classic.
Oh, I remember now.
Blue got a virgin sunrise a bunch.
Oh yeah.
They're normally strong.
Yes, they are. But she can easily make it. Make them virgin.
Blue's pretty much just going to spend more time talking to Kazir and his familiar.
Yeah, absolutely. But I say,
Definitely.
obviously no secondary check for the day, but
Yeah.
But that being said, though, watches. How do you guys want to do this?
I can take first.
Okay, we got first watch. Who wants to do second?
I'll do
First
second.
watch. Belray can be first, Stray second, I'll be third. Everyone gets a bonus person.
Absolutely. But so you guys just tell me. Do you want me to just assign people to you guys, or would you rather?
Don't matter.
Okay.
Either way it
Blue's
works.
gonna take Ice and Fire if she wants to help with third watch.
I mean, Ice and Fire will do third watch. She feels comfortable. She's definitely somebody who likes to keep a lay of the land. In that case,
Completely makes sense.
I'm just gonna roll randomly then. Here I go! For Belray. You are partnered with Philman.
Sick. Like that guy.
Boys.
And then for Kazir, here! I say you're teamed up with Knackle.
Yo.
So, that being said, first watch. Belwraith, go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage.
10 seconds, please.
10 seconds!
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Perception.
9. Bitch.
26
Let's see.
or natural 1. Would you like the natural 1?
No, you have advantage. You get the higher one this time.
Yes, Dad.
This time.
I'll go get my fucking ice cream.
26. Hold on one second. Let me pull up my notes. For no particular reason. About to say.
Pet stores have better TTRPG terrain than game stores.
I mean, kinda, yeah. If we're being honest here. Say, you guys, as you and Philbin are watching into the night, you guys do not see anything on the horizon. It's a little chilly. You would know this, especially like because of the fact that you guys have spent quite a bit of time in Uskar now. Obviously, the desert gets quite cold at night. It's so weird being in a place where it's super warm during the day and then it's super cold at night. This place doesn't make any sense. Except for realistically, that is actually how deserts work.
Mm.
But, let me just double check something. Yeah. As far as things go, you don't see anything. Then there doesn't seem to be any hassles or any problems. Your watch passes without incident.
Cool.
But that being said, second watch. Kazir!
Alright.
I would like you to go ahead and roll me a check with advantage.
Ooh, nice. 29.
29. So with a 29, as you and Knackle are just kind of like doing around, just kind of keeping an eye on where the mansion is. You kind of do. I assume you guys are doing like little routes like near.
Yeah, that definitely would be fitting.
You watch as there are a couple of like nocturnal creatures traveling through the desert. You see one of those beetles that is like pushing around a pile of dung.
Dung beetles. It's a very fitting name.
It is a very fitting name.
Agreed.
But as you continue watching through, you do feel a familiar rumble. But
0 point. Oh, what
this
were
one
you going to say?
But this one's stronger. Like it feels like the sand itself is actually like vibrating.
Shit.
I need you and Knackle to roll me stealth checks.
All right.
Can I pose an argument?
Sure.
27.
What's your argument?
We would be in a house which would buffer the vibrations, if not stop them entirely.
You guys are in an alternate dimension. Those of you in the mansion are fine. It's just the
Would
fact
he
Yeah.
be doing the watch from inside the mansion?
you couldn't do watches from inside the mansion. It like,
Yeah.
No windows, eh?
There's only one door in and out, and technically the only people who can go in and out are the people that BIM allows to.
Alright.
You could open the door and just watch outside the door, but that you wouldn't get much of perception.
Very limited.
Yeah, you'd only see directly in front of where the door is,
Yeah.
which would do you no favors.
Fair enough. I'm picturing like a proper mansion.
No, that there's a cleric spell that's very similar to that, where it's like you can like that like nobody can enter the house, but like you can see through a bunch of windows and stuff around the house.
Yeah, tiny hut.
Tiny hut, yes, but there's a stronger version of that. I can't remember what the cleric spell is called.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's literally called. I think it's like Holy Sanctuary or something like
Oh
that.
shit, you're right, Tiny. I should have used Pass Without a Trace.
I say unfortunate. Something to think about. Something to remember. I say, however, Knackle just rolled a natural 17. His dex is not terrible, but I say that's a.
Total of 17.
I say that's a 19.
Cool.
But I say with both of your rolls. But I say you guys. I imagine you and Knackle just kind of go to a high spot, like try to stay.
Yeah.
Try to like stay motionless as much as possible.
Definitely would make sense.
As you guys are doing that, but I say Kazir, you see that this particular you could see where the sandworm is starting to come out of the ground, but you see these weird membrane fins coming off of the worm.
Oh, fuck.
And you start to if a tabaxi could sweat, you would start sweating because you can feel heat coming off of this creature. It's genuinely uncomfortable, like how warm it is with this creature passing by.
Would I know what this is?
This would be a history check.
Okay. History. Not
the-
my
for-
best, but
For you, history, or technically Arcana as well.
same. I'll go with history. Hold on.
Say a
Clicked and it didn't.
17.
Not bad.
But I say you would know, you have heard about this creature. But I say, and not good stories.
Oh yeah, understandable.
But say this creature is known as the Flame Chaser. It is a particularly that you've heard of sandworms and how dangerous they are. The Flame Chaser is worse. This creature consumes fire. It literally goes to places where it has fire so that it can consume it. They are
Oh, fun.
They are colossal in size. They are actually like multiple hundreds of feet long. And,
Wow.
And basically, your country has implicit rules that if this creature is coming after your city, you do a mass evacuation. The main in them can't kill this thing. They've tried. Supposedly, even if you can kill this thing, it comes back.
Oh, wonderful.
It's a creature that's like a natural phenomenon that they basically are like, oh, we'll just leave that alone.
Pray
then."
we don't run into it.
For the most part, it doesn't come near cities. It often
We just take the town
and push it
somewhere
somewhere else. But it ironically doesn't come near cities very often. It actually prefers natural sources of fire. As you would know growing up in the desert, sometimes natural fires just happen along the sands. And supposedly, in the Exeter Desert, there is a lake of fire that this creature likes to just stay around because it's just perpetual flame.
Imagine infinite food.
So it legitimately never really veers far away. The thing is that If it left, it probably is because either it's looking for a new source of food, or or exploring more of its territory, or a more shuddering thought.
Ooh.
Maybe it's looking to mate.
Oh god, that would be a horrifying thought.
Yeah, to give this in context, by the way, like because you can see in the dark, like the membranes and everything they're very fin-like. It's kind of like it's almost insectoid fin-like, and it's like two like large membranes coming out of the ground, and they're like a golden like a gold colored membrane, but with like onyx black covering up the chitin. It takes a solid like 45 minutes for the vibration to stop as this creature leaves. You guys are it does not come near you guys.
Ah, thank the powers that be.
What is that, friend Hendrik? Hendrik? I did not know that. I did not.
Glitching, it's powering down.
Powering down.
You said it was a fireworm, right? Or
But I say
did my brain
it's a fire chaser.
fire chaser. That's right. It is a thing called a fire chaser. Very scary thing to deal with.
Fire chaser. Odd that it would be here. Odd that it would be here, friend Kazir.
Agreed. It said that it stays near places of fire, that fire lakes, and normally they stay near there. And the only reason I could think of that it would leave is if its source of food ran out, or he shudders as he says, possibly mating.
Lake of Fire. What purpose does a lake of fire serve?
It is a natural phenomenon, right?
It is a natural phenomenon. Fun fact: there is actually a lake of fire that exists in our world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because what happened
sucked.
was gases were building up underground, and so somebody
Fuckers just
thought
lit
it was a good idea to just light it on fire, and it never went out.
Yeah, it's been burning.
Basically.
I think
Now there's a
it's.
pit to hell.
I think yeah, it's literally what
Pit
it's
of hell.
called.
Pit of hell, lake of fire,
I mean,
tomato,
yeah,
tomato.
tomato. It's been burning for like what, like 40 years.
Yeah, I think so. Or
I think longer.
That's horrifying.
oh, I
Yeah,
want to know this now.
You should look it up.
Oh,
Like it's an actual like really like all jokes aside, like IRL, it's a really cool phenomenon. It's horrifying to look at though.
98 feet deep.
Oofda.
Uh,
No, thank you.
yeah. More than 50 years.
Dear God.
Anyways, not important. 1997. Sorry. Anyways, back to. Yeah, that's what I believe. Anyways, there's no. I have no way to know for sure.
Interesting. Maybe it's some. That'd be a fun thing to look at some point.
Through.
I imagine it must be very uncomfortable though.
Oh, definitely.
And with a couple hours passed, your watch goes without any problems.
Yep.
Third watch, Blue and Ice and Summer. Blue, roll me perception with advantage.
Alright. Blue will be, like, since they're threat of sandworms, he will have Ice and Summer floating on the, carpet while he's using his normal float.
Absolutely.
Good plan.
Which, oh, by the way, Kazir, would you pass that information on to Blue that what you
Oh
saw?
yes. Yes, definitely. Kazir would pass that information on.
As you say that, Ice and Summer
Good.
goes, it seems a bit late in the year for them to be traveling here.
Agreed.
It does travel for when the seasons change from time to time. It seems a bit odd that it would be this far south, though.
Well,
Oh.
this year's kind of been a bit nuts, so makes
Fair.
sense.
Fair.
True.
Climate could be being messed with.
I didn't notice we were here, did it?
No, it did not, thankfully.
Go get some rest, Kazir.
Thank you very much. Because it will do just that.
So we got 15 plus. So that's a 23 plus.
3 plus. Oh. 14.
So 37.
At 37.
Jesus. So with a 37, then I say, Blue, you can see that creature from here. Like still, like you just see a fire, like the membranes kind of come alight every now and again. That thing is miles away, and you can still see it. But-
Eek. I don't want to fight that shit.
I would recommend not. The main has killed it before, but it just comes back. It has ties to the elemental plane of fire.
Time for a trauma roll.
Yeah.
Hearing that, Blue gives the kind of shiver, remembering being punched in the face by the fucking big boy.
I love that. It's like, I don't think Bimp would allow a sandword. No, she wouldn't. I just imagine Blue looking at her and going, please do not.
Nah, let the sandworm into the mansion, then close the door on it. See what happens.
No, I refuse.
Last time I did anything regarding the plane of fire, I died. Effectively died.
Must have been a valiant opponent.
It did enough to take out Garnan in a single punch.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it was an ancient elemental.
She is gonna roll for that.
He's not saying that name.
No, understandably so. There's a decent amount of large fire elementals, but if it could take one of you out in a single punch, it must be quite the formidable primordial.
Its name started with an M and an A. That narrows it down.
Is this a real thing?
She kind of scratches her chin, and then you see an acknowledgement, and she goes, "Probably for the best we don't."
Yeah,
Was that
I got punched in the face by that.
Are you kidding me? Sorry. I just read the thing.
What the fuck?
Dr. Pepper 10, it's not for a woman.
What the fuck? God damn it.
It's funny.
And the people watching have no idea why we're chuckling.
It's fine, they don't need to know.
And when Travolta video with this guy fighting a bear.
But, that being said, she looks at you and goes, "Probably for the best that we don't mention that name."
Yeah. rough.
Creatures like that often can tell when you talk about them.
Oh, I know it can tell when I talk about it. Ugh.
Interesting to hear that you've had an encounter with this creature. I thought it was locked away.
It was, but that fun little colt was having a grand old time messing with them.
Great.
Yeah, I tried to stop them, and whoop, I'm in the elemental plane getting punched in the face by an ancient elemental.
Neglecting it was you telling everyone to move the statue that triggered it.
I mean, to be fair,
Just joking.
Blue did see a massive, like, I don't see, like, chronergy. You can't blame Blue for going, like, maybe we shouldn't play with that. Like, maybe we shouldn't let this be here. That's fair, in my opinion.
Fair point.
If it wasn't you guys, it would have been someone else.
True.
We're D&D
We
players
could-
who want to touch the sparkly thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's a
Yeah,
sparkly thing.
I touched the sparkly thing and it led to a pit fiend beings.
Yeah, you deserved that.
Shut up.
Shut up.
You're actually a tiefling and Canadian. It's like a double whammy.
A double whammy?
Yeah.
Actually, it's a demon whammy. You're a demon tiefling.
Oh, kill him. Wait, no, he's actually evil. Kill him.
Real.
Murder.
But but as far as the rest of your watch goes, Blue, it does go without any issues. It's just a little unnerving that you can still watch that creature go away, like, in the distance for, like, another 2 hours. It's a very long creature.
Did you ever get that spell?
Fuck me, shit. We're gonna move on. I don't need to be like this right this second, but I will get to you. I will get you it post haste. I'll get it to you before I even read the thing that Herma sent me.
Will you, though?
I'm a bad dungeon master sometimes.
Sometimes. No, I'm kidding.
But I was about to say, I'd be careful with that. You're forgetting who wields the power here.
Yeah, me.
Suddenly, Henrik goes Terminator.
I had 5 abilities I forgot about Winter. Now I'm God.
Ha Betrayal. Anyways. I will send it later, I promise. I'm just, you know how my week has been, so it makes sense why I've just
I
been...
know.
Ugh, God. Tuesday in particular, God help me. Also, it was my girls' last week off with cheerleading.
Cool.
They had a lot of fun. But we're not going to get into that. The next morning comes. Blue Nipple is covered in grease.
Greasy little rat.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's delicious.
So I filled that part of the bargain.
So about that goblin girl.
He sounds like
Well, we'll figure that out when we get to Tharia. I don't think there are many goblins in Uskar looking over at Ison Summer.
Not a lot. We do have the Iron Tooths that have been coming in and out, but they are more active in the Exeter Desert than they are here.
I got a message about them with claiming he's the king of monsters or whatever.
Oh. I mean, they are great hunters, that is for sure. And they've been able to survive the Exeter Desert. which is quite a bold thing to be able to do.
Eh, for some reason, they were trying to recruit a white dragon
A white dragon.
here. Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm not alive anymore, but
It just well, they are goblins. It makes sense that they probably heard dragon and extended out an invitation.
yeah, but like white dragon, Exeter Desert, that doesn't mix.
No. I imagine it wouldn't have worked in the long run.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't need it to work in the long run.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll find your goblin girl sometime.
I'm holding you to it.
You cut out there.
He spoke gibberish.
Ah,
So that being said, she's gonna roll another survival check, and I need 2 people to roll me perception checks.
okie dokie.
I gotcha. Not great, but not bad.
22 on both sides.
Do I have advantage?
No, this would be a straight roll.
14.
Fox! I just think of Slippy. That's a survival check. Ooh. Let's see here. 2 or a natural 20? I think we're gonna go with that
Oh,
natural
God.
20 for you guys. So let me do that math real quick. Let's see here. So that is a grand total of 41. Because she gets to double her proficiency. As before anybody asks, she has an item that helps with this too. It's not just her abilities. But her skill in general is like she has a plus. She has a plus 11.
Cool.
But anyways, not the point. Moving on. So, with your guys' rolls, you guys start making your way for a while, and you do notice that there is a change as you guys go from where the line is between Uskar and the Exeter Desert. Obviously, there's no official line. Like, this isn't like border control or anything like that.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to do something like that in a desert.
Oh, definitely.
But there is something that it is, like, as you enter the Exeter Desert, you notice that there, as you guys cross over, and you guys travel for a little bit, immediately, it seems more lively in the Exeter Desert than in the Euskarian Desert. Like, you are seeing a lot more tracks. And also more bones. Like, a decent amount of bones.
Ugh.
We're in the Exeter Desert. Make sure you're on your toes going forward.
Good advice.
We're probably going to be bumping into some Yantees. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll bump more into Thrycreen. And as you guys continue to progress, it takes, like, you guys, before we continue, Wanderer,
Oh no.
roll me 2d10s.
Oh no. What me?
Because I asked.
Ooh.
2d10s.
2d10s.
19.
Which, hold on, let me take a look at this.
What's
It's a
that
9
plus
and a
10?
10.
What's that plus 10?
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
nice.
Oh,
no.
Maybe it's 21.
Oh.
It's saying 19, but I think it's 21. Could it be 21 instead?
No, it's not.
No.
It's not 20. Gotta say, and unfortunately, as you guys are traveling into the Exeter Desert, you guys feel a massive shift, and you watch as Ice and Summer kind of gives a look around. We need to find cover now. Do you guys have anything that we can take shelter in?
House of Cards.
House of Cards, and a House of Cards appears.
No. We could go back to the mansion if you want to cast that, Pimp.
Bimp goes, if I cast the mansion now, we're not gonna have it later.
We'll use the tiny huts later.
Okay, fair enough. And you watch as Bimp will make the incantations, and you watch as the mansion's door opens. Everybody inside. You guys hop
Okay.
in.
Yep.
Ice and Summer does stay near the door though, and is peering out.
Backcat, go.
Batcat, go! Are you leaving Batcat outside, or is Batcat going in?
He's gonna sit in nearby shrubbery.
Near
Stealth mode activate.
stealth mode activate. So let me ask this: are you staying outside?
No.
Okay.
That's what Backcat's for.
Yeah. You guys watch. Well, I'll ask this: do you guys stay try to watch and see what's going on outside?
Yeah, because there
Rick
will.
is
Yeah.
looking through the eyes of Backcat.
Absolutely. You guys watch as within minutes, there's a massive wall of sand coming across the desert fields, and you watch as the entire all of the view in front of you becomes obscured in sand. If Batcat is outside, he is going to start taking damage.
Oh, cool.
I say.
Well, hell.
I'll ask this question: how long do you keep Batcat out there?
Is it just like a sandstorm?
This is a
It is
sandstorm, but
severe
it's stronger.
sandstorm.
Then after seeing what it is, Backcat's gonna.
Absolutely.
Hey, quick question. How are my hit points doing?
Your hit points. This is now. You guys have now been traveling for 4 days. Yours and Garnan's HP returns to normal.
Great. I'll text Ralph that.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I say
All right, I'll let you do it.
your guys' HP returns to normal.
Yay! No longer squishy.
No longer does Belwraith have like a fraction of his normal health.
No longer am I at 28 whole hit points.
Guys, imagine being less than
Shut up, backlines.
you just.
You're just jealous of my artificer swagger. Anyways. But yeah, you guys watch as essentially a sandstorm passes by, but this isn't like the Euskarian sandstorms. As this sandstorm passes by, Batcat can see this quite well because he was outside for a little bit. You watch as some of that sandstorm hits a rock and cuts that rock in half.
Holy hell.
Neat.
And she looks to you all and goes, "The Exeter Desert is not a place that civilization can grow. This is a desolate land. You have to be very strong to survive in a place such as this. And
I work out every day.
so I eat my vegetables."
I eat my Brussels sprouts.
Just I wear weighted clothes. How heavy is it? As same as it always been. 100 kilos.
Doesn't that mean it's just getting less effective? No.
That's just adorable. Anyways, you guys watch as the sandstorm goes on for hours. About, you know what? About to say Stray.
All right.
Roll me a d6.
Okie dokie. 5.
It goes on for 5 hours.
Well, son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, the Exeter Desert's not a fun place. I mean, like most of you guys, no rules necessary. But I say for both the people for people who grew up in Uskar or in Atharia, the Exeter Desert, nobody wants to be there. It's kind of an awful place. Like between the aunties being slavers and like the natural phenomenon being incredibly dangerous, like the Exeter Desert is not a good place. Like you gotta be either the truly desperate or the most intent to be able to survive in this kind of place. Which honestly, Blue, the more you think about Iron Tooth, it's like, man, if they survived this place, yeah, they gotta be tough in some way.
Oh yeah.
Or stupid.
They're stupid.
Both.
Could
Number
be-
of both.
Time to time to introduce the fucking closet to an Iron Tooth guy.
But after 5 hours, so this is after you guys are already in the afternoon. The sandstorm finally subsides, and you see a lot of damaged ground. Fortunately, most of it's sand, so it's fine. But like, it almost looks like a waves of razor blades went over the sand.
Ugh. Good thing we weren't out here when that started.
It's fortunately, if you've lived here long enough, you can see the signs before these things happen. But we got to be careful. This could be incredibly dangerous going forward.
True.
That's why we have you.
This is true, and I will do my best to make sure that we are as safe as we possibly can be. But of course, naturally, sometimes things can creep up on us. So make sure you stay on your guard.
Will do.
Alrighty. So you guys continue traveling. And as you do, Kazir,
Oh?
you get a sensation. I need you to roll me a wisdom save.
I am not good at wisdom saves. Shit. 14.
14? Okay. Gotta say, you get a weird feeling, but it kind of passes. It's weird.
Mm.
It's not like it's like, oh, I'm hurt or my mind's being messed with or anything. It just feels weird. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. Because you're kind of shivers uncomfortably as he shakes his head as the feeling passes.
You okay?
Yeah, just a odd sensation all at once.
Well, if your gut says something wrong, something's probably wrong.
Tiny, remind me, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception. It's 10 plus perception, right?
That is correct.
24.
24.
Pardon me.
Just gonna do something real quick.
Uh-oh.
You know. You're talking with Kazira and you're just kind of like, huh, that's weird. And you look up and you see a little orb. I say, you have your magic eyes. You see like a little orb of divination.
Oh, fuck.
An arcane orb. Aye.
Did Blue say that out loud?
No, that's what it is, right?
But I say, not exactly. Roll me this would be an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, keen. 34.
34. Blue, you are experienced with magic. Spending as much time with Bimp and Henrik as much as you have, and also the fact that you guys have like such a strong protection against magic, that's a scrying orb. You would know. You would know when somebody casts the scry spell. You essentially there's a globe or a module of magic that essentially is like an arcane eye is looking around.
Does it feel tainted?
The problem with
Does
the
it look?
the problem with the spell is that it doesn't exactly give a taint on who casts it. It just looks like it just looks like an orb.
Oof.
So whether it's an
Uh,
ally or an enemy, you're not sure.
he's gonna act like he doesn't see it, just saying, "Hey, your gut's fine," and just going to cast Message Dyson Summer.
Absolutely.
You know if anyone's meant to be watching us through this area or any allies.
I'm gonna say you hear a response. As far as I know, there shouldn't be anybody able to watch us here. If it was a Yanti, they would have a scout watching us. Do you see someone?
Another. He's just gonna keep walking. Another message. We're being scryed on. There's an arcane. There is a scrying orb floating above us, looking down.
She is gonna roll an Arcana check. Okay, that's not bad actually. That's not actually not terrible. Nice. She doesn't she just continues to lead you guys. On who in particular?
Uh, Seeming that Kazir was the one who got the shivers, was going to message back. It went after Kazir. He's one of the only ones in our party with no anti-scry magic.
It can only be bad news unless one of your allies is watching you.
Hmm. Trying to think of anyone that would be scrying.
I mean, that's a good question.
Only one who kind of does scrying stuff that's one of our allies is the Zeta Rook, right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, the Zeta Rook has means of being able to do such a thing because of her, but not from like her traditional abilities. Like she has items and stuff to be able to do that. I mean, that's as far as you guys know. I mean, there are people that you guys have met on your adventure that can cast the scry spell, but those same people can also just talk to you.
They could just talk to me, use one of the sending stones, just sending,
Mm-hmm.
which means there's no one who should be scrying on us right now.
Should, anyways.
Good.
The problem with scry is that there's not exactly an indication of whether it's a good scry or an evil scry.
Scry is scry.
It's true.
I don't like being watched. Let's see.
Blue is just walking in, and you just hear him singing. It always feels like somebody's watching
Somebody's
me.
watching me. And he's casting the spell magic.
Absolutely, at what level?
5th.
I'm gonna remember. Scry is a. Hold on a second. Alrighty. As you do, how do you do it? You tell me. How does your dispel magic work?
Hmm.
Do you like outstretch your hand? Do you like fucking guitar wail? What do you do?
Blue's going to pretty much stretch out, act nonchalant. And then he's just gonna. The spell is. Yeah, it's just vocal and somatic, so he's just gonna stretch, look around a bit. Okay. And he's going to pretty much just let's see. Would Yeah, he's just gonna reach a hand behind him and strum a bit on the lute on his back. I'm trying to think of if there's any good song he could do for this.
I mean, I felt like I said a really
I
good
mean,
one.
you kind of used the big one.
Sorry.
There.
He's good. Nah, you're fine. He's just gonna do that. Ugh. Just- Sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me. He's just gonna do finger guns at these fucking floating orb.
And as you do, you watch as the orb, through your magical words, it kind of binds around it and pops.
What was that about?
Just someone who was watching that wasn't supposed to be watching.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, if you ever have a gut feeling or feel shivers down your spine or anything, just tell me, alright?
You got it. Definitely.
All
Ooh, he relies on his gut feeling quite a lot.
He relies on his
Yeah.
gut feeling. But that being said, though, do you guys continue traveling?
Yeah.
All right.
No reason to stop now.
As you do so, night does fast approach as you guys come into the desert. It's a blustery day, and honestly, it's going into a bit of a blustery night. You guys set up actually, Bam does have a 9th level spell. She could recast the mansion if you guys want. Since you
He
guys
does
are
have
going,
a 9th level spell.
because you guys are going to rest.
We'll do that. Blue would be studying with, Kazir the whole day.
Absolutely. In that case, I need you to roll me a. This is going to be a charisma check for you, and I need Kazir to roll a charisma check. Will you be having your familiar help you?
Oh yes, definitely. Thank you for reminding me.
Absolutely. So that'll be a charisma check with advantage.
Since you're
18.
familiar, would probably. I'm using glibness again since we're going to bed. And
Glibness.
it's the only 8th level I care about right now.
Glibness.
Makes sense.
Glibness. Oh, I didn't need it. It works anyways.
Yeah, it works anyways.
It's a 30.
Alrighty. Obviously, this is another success. And the success is a bit more drastic because Kazir also rolled really well.
Yay.
But I say, Blue, as you start kind of focusing in on that magic, the way that Kazir has been kind of explaining it to you, Kazir kind of starts going in depth on like how like his warlock abilities like essentially tie into like his contract, essentially like almost kind of giving you a semblance of what it means for the Find Familiar spell to work, in the same means of like the Pact of the Chain works. And basically, it gives your creative mind a means to start formulating magic the way that it would work for a warlock. That is a success.
Sweet.
I say.
So rather than an average contract that normal phase would get, since phase like it that way, I'd need more of a binding since it's chain.
Yes, that sounds right to me.
About right, Winter?
That is about right. Yeah.
I'm gonna get fucking the closeted collar.
Better have.
Actually, no, I could use the ring I put on him as a fucking binding.
You could,
Ooh.
but that would also mean that he would die.
Oh yeah.
True.
But I say it's
Huh.
that ring is good in the short term. It's not the best for the long term.
I'll get him something else in the long term, but in the short term, that's staying on.
Oh no, understandably so.
Ooh.
But I say you gotta get him like a spiked collar.
Yeah. Make him look fierce.
I say he just start making him look like the fucking road warriors. Just fucking armor, like pure like piked armor and everything, just like yeah.
I could put him in a tiny armor set.
I mean, you know,
That would be cute.
you could make him fucking the most useless barbarian. What is the
Most useless barbarian.
Yeah, I'm about to say the most useless barbarian. I'm trying to remember what is it called? The fucking battle rager barbarian.
Oh, right.
You can make him the shittiest barbarian. But I say,
This fucking thing where if you get hit, they take a whole 3 damage.
oh, 3 damage. And you have to wear spiked armor.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It's legitimately the fucking dumbest barbarian subclass ever. I would argue the dumbest subclass ever.
It's really bad.
Because at least with the arcane archer, like, you do get a couple of good abilities. Ugh. That's what I gotta say.
Just
Just ugh.
New one-shot idea. Everyone takes the worst possible subclass.
no.
No. No one will have fun.
Who needs
Definitely
fun
not.
when you're playing D&D?
I mean, you're right. It is fun when you play D&D, but at the same time, like, ugh. Ugh. Trying to think. Honestly, whenever I think of the worst D&D subclasses, the two that come to mind that like really come to mind are either the fucking the Battle Rager and about to say the Arcane Archer.
It's Life Cleric for me. God, how horrible are Life Clerics?
Oh, horrible. The worst, except for their abilities are godlike.
I can't relate.
Okay, Morty, calm down.
What?
He burped, so I just like all I can think of is like, oh geez, Rick, oh.
You mean,
No, I know.
why would you call him Morty?
Because everyone, that's what I just think of. It's like, God, calm down, Morty. I know it's Rick who does that. It's fine. I just every time he burps, it's just all of a sudden it's like every time he burps, it's just like, oh, you don't understand, Morty.
It's water burps too.
So not even any caffeine behind it. How dare?
0 caffeine, 0 carbonation,
Pure water burps.
pure
Ooh.
water.
Ew.
Because I'm drinking air. I don't know.
That's fair. I'm having a body armor.
How strange.
I know I'm drinking.
Can't relate. How much sugar is in that?
Let me check. Hold on. Total sugar 21 grams.
Goddamn.
Yeah, that is but I mean it's mainly coconut water.
Fair.
It also has it has a decent amount of potassium and lots of vitamins in it as well.
I mean, it's less than half of a Dr. Pepper.
It's true.
Yeah. Papa's
I mean, I drank a Mellow Yellow before this, and Mellow Yellow has 46 grams of sugar.
Yeah. Alright. What are we doing?
You guys gonna do watches?
Night watch?
Oh.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, who's doing first watch?
I'll do the first watch,
I
unless
can
someone else
take-
wants to.
I can take third.
Okay, Alright takes third. So Kazir takes first. Who takes second?
I guess Blue's taking second.
Alrighty.
Blue gets the bitch watch.
Let's see. Anybody want anybody in particular, or am I rolling random again?
Roll random, I guess.
Am I rolling random?
Yep.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
In that case, first watch for
Unless Blue has someone.
Kazir. Yeah.
Ugh.
I say you get Bimp.
No.
Actually, I have to check this out. Can Bimp leave the mansion? No, she can leave the mansion. She just has to. Damn. I think so. Hold on.
There.
Wait, I will check this.
Good point. Good idea. Always good to double check things
I
before.
don't think Boot can leave the mansion.
I'm reading this right now. Mm. It does not say you have to be in the mansion.
Bimp can leave the mansion.
Bimp can leave the
Oh.
mansion.
Interesting.
It just lasts the duration.
Yeah.
So Bimp is first watch with Kazir. Second watch here. That is Karik.
Right.
I say so. Blue and Karik back at it again. And then third watch,
Crabs.
friends. It's a. I say that is Alosa for a third watch.
Fucking guess that shit. Nice.
Brad.
I try to change up my numbers so that way they're not always the same.
Makes sense.
That being said, one of these times I'm just gonna go like, Yugoloth. Wait, what? So first watch. So
I rolled early.
Kazir and how dare you? I didn't tell you to roll.
I know, I'm a bad person.
Fucking
You're the worst.
shame,
Scum.
shame.
Shame me. I
Shame.
deserve that. This is my 13th reason why.
So Kazir, perception check with advantage.
26.
26. As
Not
you're
my best
as,
roll tonight, but
it's a good roll though. You rolled a 30 earlier. I'm gonna say with a 26, you're kind of looking out into the desert, and it is cold. It is cold because it is night, but obviously your fur protects you. There's an eerie feeling here.
shit.
You notice something. There are a couple forms, maybe about a mile away. They look in your direction. They don't seem to be approaching you or anything. You can't make out what they look like, or even what they are, because obviously, like you could see about a mile away, but they look like dots.
Yeah, it makes sense. You can see the movement, but you can't make out the actual shapes.
Yeah, but you see that maybe there's 2 or 3 creatures about a mile away, but you can't really make them out.
Do they look like they're heading towards us or away or
Doesn't seem like
which?
it doesn't seem like they're getting any closer, but I mean, like, it just unfortunately where you're at right now, unless you want to get closer.
You know what? Sure, I'll get closer.
Okay,
I'll sneak.
sneak. All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check. This is going to be with disadvantage. The desert doesn't
Alright.
exactly give a lot of good places to hide.
That's fair. 25.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Okay. As you're like sneaking, and like getting up closer and closer, once you get about half a mile, you watch as one of the creatures like actually like snaps their fingers, and you watch as they teleport away.
Fuck.
I need you to roll another perception check.
Alright,
Because
sure.
you got closer.
Fair. Oh man, if only with advantage.
So 22 though, that's still solid. Which, by the way, they got a natural 20 to notice you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I mean, it also makes sense because they have. It makes sense because
Yeah,
they're about to say, as far as you know, they might be native creatures to this land.
Completely fair.
But
You could use lucky to get that 32.
you could
Oh,
You haven't slept
what?
yet,
Yeah.
so
you know what? Yeah,
still
I'll use that.
use
Yeah.
lucky. Roll again.
I forgot.
back in the morning.
I forgot I can do that.
Yeah, just take the
Oh wait,
32.
yeah. I'm just gonna take the 32.
Absolutely. With that, you with getting close. You watch as they did notice you. You see a creature with a snake-like head, a full snake head, notice you, and you watch as
shit.
a human-looking person with snake-like scales, nods, and you watch as they just snap their fingers, and you watch as they teleported away.
Damn.
These were Yanti.
Oh yeah.
You've seen what
Ooh.
Yanti look like, so there's no rule necessary.
Cool.
But one of them looks very similar to the one you and Blue killed when you were here in the Exeter Desert.
A monstrosity, which means it's lower ranking.
Oh, I get you.
right? I think that's how it works.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that all abomination are like dumb or anything like that. They're mainly just foot soldiers.
Yeah, I wasn't saying dumb. They were just lower
Yeah,
ranking.
lower ranking is an accurate like look at it. However, like whatever that other creature was, that other person with them, like they could cast high level magic.
That's not lower ranking.
Damn. Kazir will return back with Bimp and
What did
tell
you
him what he.
what did you see, Kazir?
Two they both are Yanti, right?
Yep.
Just different kinds. Okay,
Yes.
just making sure.
But I say, well, I mean,
Two
you could go ahead and roll me a, oh gosh, either a nature check or arcana check of your choice.
Same. I'll roll nature. Oh, damn. I know very little.
But I say, those were snake people. I don't know the difference between them snake people.
They all look the same to me.
They all look like people, but with
Well,
snake
he's able
skin.
to tell the difference visually, but he doesn't know if there's any other difference.
Realistically,
Scale people.
yeah, realistically. But I say, yeah, there's like all you could tell was that one was a snake, one was a Yanti with a snake head, and you could tell the other one looked very human, but with like, but they had snake scales and like snake-like eyes. I wanted, I mean, because I wanted to get the natural one and go like, I just saw those scaled people over there. I don't know what they were.
Kazir will relay the message to his Yanti, snake people. One more human, the other had. I almost said had a hood.
I mean, yeah, I mean, not inaccurate.
That would be cool, though.
Not inaccurate.
Oh, it had like a cobra hood?
It was like a cobra-like head, so it does have the cobra hood.
Oh, okay. The other had a snake head and cobra-like hood.
Tiny, how do you find these images? Like, do these show up in your Pinterest? Is your Pinterest trying to tell you something? Hold on, no, Abby, you laugh.
Really? Because mine always shows up T.
Yeah, I know, right? This is what the best part is that he's like, I'll never give away my secrets. But I'm gonna go ahead and roll something for Bimp.
Mine's trying to tell me to work. I can roll for Bimp. I'm right here.
Fine, roll a d20. It's
a tray.
It's an Arcana check, so it's plus 11.
30.
Jesus. Calm down, Abby.
Well, I rolled a 19. You said plus 11.
I mean, Tiny, that's just my life.
Hey, babe. I just rolled how old I am.
I know.
Oh.
I was talking about the other one, not the one he just posted. This is what I was talking about. That's just my life.
That's just me. I'm an insomniac. That's me. Totally.
But Bimp kind of like scratches the side of her head for a moment, adjusts her glasses. They must be. I think the one that was not snake-like, or at least had like scales and snake eyes. I think that's known as a pureblood. They are often blessed with magic and have abilities that can make them particularly dangerous, because they could technically pass for human.
Very useful information.
The other one sounds like an abomination. Or not that I'm judging them in particular, just that's the nickname that was given to them. They are heavier on the snake and less on the people. They were watching us.
I believe so.
How many?
I believe they knew. Oh,
How many did you see?
only two. But I believe that they saw me coming. Right?
Yes.
That's why they
Oh yeah, they saw you coming, which kind of blew your mind, considering the fact that you're typically very stealthy because you're kind of hard to pick out.
Oh, that is
The fact that they found you is impressive. They're very perceptive.
very impressive. They were able to see me.
Hmm.
But then again, the terrain is not what I haven't been used to this terrain in a while.
It makes sense, and would be easier for them to see you and harder to stealth, but that's still. We should let the others know and be sure that they are aware that I guess we're being watched now.
Agreed.
AKA the thing Blue already had guessed.
Well,
Fair enough.
the only thing is you don't know if that's them.
Yeah.
Seems like
We're
we have a
being
lot of
watched.
eyes on us
Keep your eyes
lately.
open.
We're being watched. Keep your eyes open.
Oh hey, we're being watched by them. Cool. Eyes still open, guy.
Eyes still open. No blinking. No blinking. Philman, I swear to God, if I see you blink. But anyways, the rest of your watch does pass without incidents. And as a fucking. They did not roll the best on their stealth checks. But anyways, as your watch comes to an end, Blue. Say it is you and Karik.
Hey Gark, wanna play Five Finger Fillet?
I'll have you know, mate, that I am the best at that game. And you see the scars on his hand. He's don't play Five Finger Fillet with a blood hunter.
He does it where he hits every finger rather than the spots in between.
Exactly. You just start playing. All you guys just hear from inside the mansion. I've got all my fingers. The knife goes chop chop chop.
They will actually play Five Finger Fillet.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
you want.
Absolutely. Better say go ahead. Go ahead and roll me a
Contested dex rolls.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a dex check for him. I'll roll it out here on roll 22 so you can see it. Yeah, 23.
Now I gotta figure out, should I cheat?
Well, the question is, do you have Dickerin? Do you have high enough Dickerin to cheat?
Dear Jesus.
He has enough sweat or inspiring himself. 13. Blue wins. Blue wins at the hit every finger game.
But I say you try. But I say you hurt yourself, and Karik just looks at you and goes like, "You gotta be careful, mate. Who you pick as your opponent."
I'm the best at this game.
The goal's not to stab your fingers, Blue. You need those for playing your instruments.
My fingers are callous as is.
But I need you to roll a perception check with advantage.
Yeah.
Or disadvantage, considering you and Karik just fuck off and play a game for a while. I'm not that mean. I'll let you have the advantage.
Hey. Sure. Okay, I'll inspire my. Good enough.
Good enough. That's a
34.
Yeah, 34. Right. As you're watching out, you don't see anything. But Blue, I need you to roll a wisdom
Blue?
save.
I love those. They're my favorite. Let's see. You know what, I'm gonna fucking get more sleep after this. Gonna just keep using Bardic Inspiration.
Have some bardic inspiration.
Inspiration. wisdom save. I only got a +3. 22.
Alrighty. Well, I gotta look up the specifics for the spell though. I'm gonna say minus that. Blue, you watch as an orb appears above your head.
He just kind of looks at it. Hello.
The orb says nothing because it's an orb.
Can you... Uh, excuse me for a second, Kark.
Oh, everything alright, mate?
Maybe. He is gonna get up and take a couple steps to the side.
The orb follows you.
A couple floating steps to the side.
It continues to follow
What
you.
do you... Since I rolled super high on scrying, does Blue know if the controller can move around the orb to look at different angles?
It can look at different angles you would be aware of. And also you would know that there are specific benefits and deficits depending on how well like the person knows you and everything.
Yeah. Alright, now that we're alone, do I know you? Move the orb, like, up and down, or whatever.
You would know that they would have no means to be able to like actually move the orb itself. They only it's like a fixed point, and like they can kind of move, but it's like it's very much like they are seeing like almost seeing through. Like they could see you and almost seeing through you.
Trying to figure out a way to communicate through this.
I mean, you could just talk to them. You just don't get a response.
Yeah. Blue's gonna kind of sit in the air. If you're someone from this land, we're sorry for intruding. We're just trying to make our way through. That way we can get an item. If you're one of my friends from the other land, hi! If you're an enemy, why are you looking at me? Like, come on.
If an orb could shrug.
Alright. Blue's going to do something funny, cause fuck this orb.
Fuck this orb.
Blue's gonna go back. Alright, I'm being watched by scrying. I'll see you in a minute. Blue's pulling out the sack of sensory deprivation. Because that makes divination not allowed.
It's true. You just open up the sack and you put yourself inside of it.
Just put one foot in.
Do you just ask Art to
I'm
close it
giving-
on you?
Yeah.
Okay, you get it. You get it. Good.
She's just gonna kind of look up at the orb. I'm gonna turn this messaging thing off now, since, I mean, I don't really like talking to myself, even though I love the noise of my own voice. I'll see you. Maybe. I don't know. Car, close the sack.
When I say Karak walks up and closes the sack, and literally, like, it's a little, like, uncomfortable being inside of this Blue. Like, it feel like, not only do you feel like you're by yourself, you feel alone. Like, it's almost like this bag causes sensory deprivation. Like, it feels claustrophobic.
What I named the bag.
Yeah. Like, it makes you, I'm about to say, it's very claustrophobic. Like, it's almost like you can't hear or see anything. It is uncomfortable. Kark just kind of like opens it, like unzips it a little bit after like 2 minutes and goes like, "Do you want out?"
He peeks out to see if the orb is gone.
It's just like SpongeBob. Just one eye comes out like, but as you look, there it is, no orb.
Yeah, he's gonna crawl out. Some higher level magic person is using scrying on the party.
Hmm.
I don't know who it is, but anyone who would be an ally to us would just call me.
You have a pretty good guess that it's one of our enemies.
More than likely, since even some of our enemies can just call me.
Hmm. Any idea who it could be?
I asked about the if it looked tainted earlier, because all of the like lord or avatars we saw, their magic had like the abyssal taint to it, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Right. It didn't look tainted by the abyss, so it isn't one of them. I'd have to assume it's the magic person that Kazir informed us about.
Hmm. All right. But if that's the case, how did they know to scry on you when they've never met you?
Good question. Because if they haven't met me, then scrying would be a little bit hard.
Hmm.
I'm not. I'll have to think about it, but I'm not too sure who it could be.
I won't pretend like I know too much about all this magic. My magic is very limited to my body, but I am aware of this how scrying works. He kind of like pulls his shirt back. When you have a family like I do, unfortunately, it's all too familiar.
Yeah.
Which I mean, go. You've dealt with them, Blue. Matron mothers know the scrying spell.
Yeah. And can't say. First time meeting one of my teammates' moms wasn't the greatest.
It actually, I don't think you've met his mom, but you met the woman he was supposed to marry,
Yeah.
and his brother,
Right. I met them.
and his
I
brother,
met the matron mother.
and his brother.
Yeah, fine. Met the first time I met one of the party's brides.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Wasn't the greatest. Wouldn't recommend.
No, she's kind of a bitch.
Yeah, well, she was.
True, true.
She might still be. I'm not sure at this point.
May she rot in the abyss.
Hopefully she stays there.
That's the hope. You watch as Karek smiles at you. But
Can Blue make like a history check of people who might be able to scry on him?
I mean, you can, but I will say this above game. You guys have met so many people who have magical talents and abilities that even if you rolled a natural 20, there's no way you would know for sure who it could be. You're kind of in a situation where like your guess is as good as it can be. There's no way to verify.
Yeah. I would just keep turning off their scry until they get annoyed.
Pretty much. I mean, that's the thing about this particular thing is like there is no way to track the spell. Like there's no, and that's intentional. Like there's like it's the same with you guys being able to cast scry on someone else.
Yeah. So what I can do is start playing annoying music. Something that'll definitely get stuck in their head.
You notice it and you
This is
just
the song that does it.
It literally that's the exact song that came to mind.
Same here.
He's gonna do that whenever he sees a scry.
Or the song that Krillin sings at TFS where it's just like, I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves. Oh man. But yeah, unfortunately, like in blue, with how high he rolled when it comes to scry, scry unfortunately is just a really really good spell to like be able to spy on somebody.
It
And the problem is, and I mean, for the most part, you guys have been able to avoid it because of the fact that the majority of you have like anti-scry items. But the problem is that because the Zetarook has been trying to get in contact with you guys. Like you guys have been like some of you have chosen not to wear your anti-scry stuff, or you don't have enough to go around,
is.
and so you guys are kind of having to like it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Fortunately, you would also be smart enough to know that you're in a desert. If they're scrying on you here, but I say it's like congratulations, you found out I'm in a desert.
Congratulations, there's sand.
I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere.
You wanna join me? It sucks. I mean, I don't know. He's just gonna annoy them whenever it happens.
Yeah, but your watch does come to an end. I say you wake up Belwraith and you wake up Alosa.
Yeah.
What do you tell them?
Look, it's been an annoying night. The person keeps trying to scry on us, and Kazir saw some snakes. Um, just sit on the floating carpet, all right?
I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. He's
Good
gonna
info.
silent sleeping man.
I say, because you're just.
Oh, I thought everybody was awake.
No.
Brain
This is
skipped
this is third watch. But I say,
yeah.
Kazir literally gets up like ever so slightly
I'm-
and goes, "Be careful out there." And just Balloons is like, "Quiet, silent, sleeping man."
Shut up.
Kazir just like not even eyes open, looks at Blue and goes, "Okay," and just falls back asleep.
If you do have a gut feeling that you're being watched, just tell me, all right? I can make check. Actually, he's going to just hand them the sack of
the fucking
the sack.
the sack.
Just if you have a gut feeling you're being watched, sit in this for a minute. It'll stop any divination that's looking at you. I'm tired.
Alosa's gonna look at the sack and go like, "That would be for you, Belwraith." She lifts up her anti-scry charm.
He'll
Oh,
take the sack. Thank you.
I thought you were gonna talk about trauma.
Oh,
I'd rather not. I
I'll
want.
pass tonight.
But I say Blue and Karik go get some sleep. Belwraith. But I say with Alosa helping you, roll a perception check with advantage.
Do I have to?
Did I do that? Yes, you do.
Alright, well, you got 12 or 19.
All right. I'm 19. But I say as you are watching Belwraith, but I say you kind of notice like, but I say as the sun is starting to rise, that it is like honestly this is probably the most comfortable the desert is in like the very wee hours of the morning. Like that chill is still here, but like you can feel the creeping warmth. Like obviously as a tiefling, like you actually don't mind the heat. It's actually very comfortable.
Yeah.
But as far as like, but for like a normal person, like, and Aloso will make the comment about it, but it's like this is probably the most comfortable the desert is. Which, fun fact, this is actually when like a lot of people would get started moving, is in the very early hours of the day.
Yeah.
But go on.
If you want to, Alosa can roll an insight.
Absolutely. Aloso will. Oh, wait, why am I rolling the red die? She gets the blue die. She's not an enemy.
Alosa's suddenly an enemy.
That is.
Final Fantasy boss fight music starts.
Oh god, that is a 25.
25? Yeah, she'd probably get similar vibes that I can't remember who. I think Blue picked up in that.
Me.
Yeah, blue.
Yeah, in that he's very much lost in his own mind.
About to say, as you're doing that, you do feel a hand on your shoulder, kind of pull you back to reality. All right.
He'll look up and look back at her.
You seem.
Alosa.
You seem conflicted. What seems to be troubling you?
I've died again. That is all.
She smiles at you. I know that feeling. I've died 3 times.
It seems to happen fast.
Yeah, it's. You watch as she kind of rubs the back of her neck. It's not comfortable. Yeah, the world kind of gets darker every time.
It just changes for me.
I can imagine. I know the feeling. I've been seeing things every time that it happens. I met Blue's patron. Oh, patron would be the wrong term. Blue's, the angel that Blue has spoken about.
I have as well.
This last time it was against your friend.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
The last time I died, it was because of your friend.
Jahath.
Mm.
I can't help but correct you. That was not Jahath.
That's okay. As a person in my culture, we have fallen angels and people who go corrupt. It's easy to blame them, but it's never truly their fault.
I don't blame him. I've moved beyond that.
But I say, she looks at you and goes, "How many times now?"
4.
You know.
4.
Are you sure it's 4? I'm pretty confident it's 3.
No, it's 4 because he died once in his past.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's how you met your gods in the first place.
Yeah.
I've died a total of 3. I assume the darkness is creeping in on you more and more. You ever
No, it's. I said it before, I'll say it again. It's not frightening anymore. Death itself, I mean.
but
Uh,
it's not about the death, Belray. If I die trying to do my mission and trying to stop the abyss from opening up, then I will be at peace with my death and I will have come to terms with it. I will have no qualms and no issues. She looks at the mansion, but there are people that I would genuinely feel bad about leaving behind.
Then we're in similar positions.
I mean, we kind of have always been, Belwraith. We're both people of duty.
I suppose so.
I assume that Scales of Ore hasn't left your mind since the moment you left.
How could it? It, there are people who depend on me.
Yeah, I know there's a very special girl who keeps a very close eye on you. She
Hmm.
she gives you a very coy smile.
Dathana can fend for herself.
Oh, I am very aware that she can. Girls talk, by the way.
Mm, don't make me nervous.
What's there to be nervous about?
Too much.
Oh, come now. Do you believe me to be so crass?
I don't know what to say.
That makes you a very wise man, Belwraith.
The ability to hold my tongue came from many mistakes.
You ever thought about walking away?
From?
All of this. You've done it.
Haven't we all?
I mean, I've considered it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. After the whole ordeal at Scales of Ore, I almost didn't come back. Freaking sand. You know that none of us would blame you.
I know. The question on my mind is one greater deed or many good deeds. Which is better, which is worse? If there is a worse.
That is a very good thing to put forward. Considering the fact that for me, I can't walk away from this. What the visions I saw, the things that I still see from time to time. I can't walk away from that. But that was my choice. The question of the day, the question you have to ask yourself, Belwraith, is this: if you don't, who will? And if you trust the people who can, then there isn't a problem. I just want you to remember that you are one of the biggest assets of this team. But this team is a family. I sincerely doubt that Baloo or Garnan or even Henrik, I don't think they would blame you, Troy, if you walked away.
Well, even if I chose to, I wouldn't be able to at the moment.
True. This trip that we're taking was given to you. Apparently, you will be getting a weapon that should aid you. But don't let that be the only reason why you're here. She puts her hand on you, better say full on your shoulder, like a friend, like trying to get you to look at them.
It's just cold plate.
Oh, she better say she's aware. She just looks at
Yeah.
you straight on. Just know that if you stick with us, you need to be with us. We have to see this through. But if you walk away, we won't blame you. But just know we could have needed you. I'd hope you at least weigh that into your options before you make a decision. Some people are born into greatness, and others have them thrust upon them.
And into it.
Unfortunately, I was born into it. And she?
I suppose I both stumbled into it and was thrust, earned it and stumbled into it, I suppose, for myself.
But you got the best. You got the best of both, didn't you? It may have been thrust upon you, but you did earn it. And look at you! And look at you now, Mr. Arc Cardinal. You can hold the sword. You hold your sword like the best of them. And you've
Roll an insight as she says that.
Absolutely. Why do I keep grabbing the red dice? She's not an enemy.
She stabs him.
Stabs him. Ugh. Natural 20. 31.
There's a healthy pang of guilt, as she calls him, our cardinal.
Yeah.
That title brings some guilt your way.
The Arc Cardinal to a religion that I am not a part of.
I beg to differ. She lifts up the arm that has the symbol of Yine on it.
I just lift up the arm of Foldir.
True, but as an Azamar tied to religion, Yine is a part of Tyr. You are not falsely worshipping Tyr. You are intrinsically tied with one of his subordinates.
Would they see it the same?
That varies from person to person, but if they're a true worshipper of Tyr, Yine is a part of the umbrella.
I am already pushing my luck.
I think it comes down to this, Belwraith. Was it your god that made you love the people, or was it you who chose to lead the people?
It's not about me. It's about them. Would they see it that way?
Would they see it that way?
I feel many wouldn't.
You grew up amongst them, trained with them, learned your clerical powers with them. You also watched them at their absolute lowest and pulled them out of the darkest places they've ever been. They made you their leader because they trusted you. Do you think they'll be betrayed when they find out that you follow Yine rather than Tyr?
That's cherry picking the highlights.
True.
It's really windy outside.
We're in a desert, shush.
It'd be windy in the desert.
Why is it so
Bimp
hot?
wakes up. It's windy over here.
Pimp, go back to bed. Your long rest isn't done yet.
She too is an insomniac?
that doesn't work with D&D's rules. Shush. She can't take cat naps in the middle of the day.
I try not to.
But I say, Alosa just kind of looks at you. We can say a lot of things, Belwraith. We can assume a lot of things. Whether they accept you as one of their own or not, you won't know until they know. But would they completely disband you? Would they execute you for lying to them? how much of a betrayal would this truly be? For everything that you've given up and everything that you've tolerated and dealt with this organization. Without you, they wouldn't exist anymore, or Tyr would have become corrupted, and we might have had to fight them.
You're speaking on the scales alone. I mean, the city.
That is true. The city would probably have some interesting views. I mean, but then again, they're all beings of different religions, so they would probably be a very askew point. Many people would probably have different thoughts on the entirety of the situation.
I'm already criticized on things that are beyond myself. Things I cannot control. I do not need to add more fuel to any kind of fire of that nature, especially not in these times. Trust in the scales is very low.
Fair. Then I guess it comes down to this. Are you afraid of death in the sense that you would leave them behind? Or do you embrace life enough that you will be honest with them and take whatever they have to tell you?
I will do what I've always done. I will do what's best for the people.
And once again, proving to make wise decisions. You watch as she extends her hand out to you.
No, take it.
Just know, Belwraith, no matter what happens, no matter what choices you make, people will always care. People will always be thankful. You might leave some people a bit sour, especially with this news. But I guarantee you, you will always have a home somewhere. And besides, you have more than one god at your back. And that's coming from an Azamar.
I don't know if it's fortunate or not.
Beats being crazy and wandering and not knowing what you're doing.
I don't know. It was rather interesting.
How so?
I suppose you can't touch heaven without touching hell.
I guess that's fair. We can't always be knocking on heaven's door, but we can't always be walking with the devil. Yeah, I know. I ignore her.
It's so hard.
She's a sweetheart, but she.
Nah, Garnan's cat just comes out screaming.
Amara just comes out, meow, meow. Hi, Storm. How's it going? I know you love having your dad's attention when only when he's on his computer. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair to say. When I was cleaning the kitchen earlier, you also wanted my attention.
Just at the worst
Yeah.
possible point.
Worst. I mean, but that's cats.
I wish it was my cats, yeah.
But that being said, well, she's the reason why I didn't get the EXP caliber. Tiny had to get it for me. I had to hold it forever, and just as I was about to get it, she fucking nudged my mouse. Anyways, unless anything else pertinent, you and Alosa just kind of talk for a while and just kind of talk about like your guys' lives. Because of all people, Alosa understands where you're coming from. She is technically was born to be the leader of Oshana. She was supposed to be raised to become one of the council members. It's just the fact that she chose everyone rather than specifically just her people. Like, because if like she had visions of the door of the abyss opening up and like demons and demonic princes kind of going free, and she even like tells you about like how looking at the nexus that you guys fought Garland in front of, like was very frightening to her because of the fact that the abyss opening up looked very similar to that, like not in the same sense of the same location, but like a nexus opening up.
Yeah. Okay.
But your watch passes without incident. You guys all wake up. Long rest. Bimp, you're now awake. Say, your insomnia has passed. At least for now.
You're talking to her sleep.
Say, you guys get up and you guys grab your gear and everything and continue going?
Only for now.
Only for now. I need 2 people to do perception checks. Oh, actually, before we even do that, Tiny. I need roll me 2 d10s.
Oh no, the weather.
Okay. 5 and a 4.
5 and a 4. Okay, it's a pretty blustery day. It's pretty manageable. It is pretty hot though, like not uncomfortable enough to like cause any hazards or anything like that. But it's like, it's definitely a level of discomfort. And like
Blue's going.
Good.
Blue's going to pull out his magical wind fan and just use that.
What? Just fucking use the full force. You just blow away. Ah! Why does that cat have a gun in their mouth? Or is that a shadow ball?
What a wild thing to say on stream.
That's not a gun.
I know, but from a distance it looked like a gun, but now I see it's like an eldritch blast.
That was a universe.
You see what I mean, babe? Like, do you see it?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm not
This whole black hole in there.
I know, but from like a distance, like the small screen on my phone, it looked like a gun.
Yeah, that's real. That's fair.
Opens mouth just to shoot you.
Yeah, but just seeing the multiple eyes, it's like, oh. Sad part is I still find that cat super adorable.
It's just a normal black cat. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking windy. God damn it. But I say, and actually, that is a good way to look at it too. Technically, you guys have beaten the Avatar of the Demogorgon. The Poisoner has been eliminated. Opel is gone, and so is Garland. As far as you guys know, there's only 4 left. And one of them wants to work with you.
One of them wants to work with us.
Yeah, which is Flint.
So there's 3 left, and they're all assholes.
Yep, but I see you guys still have Flint. You guys still have Valismir. You guys still have Formalden, and you still have Ezrin.
And Vector.
And Vector. You're all right.
We don't know what Vector is yet.
It's true. Guys,
Is
supposedly
I'll show you.
Vector's just...
Good.
He has an avatar form, so he's an avatar of someone.
But the problem is that if he's an avatar of an abyssal prince, you guys have no fucking clue.
Here's my prediction for Vector.
Oh? Oh
in the
shit!
D&D chat.
Oh shit!
I think I got him.
Damn, I think he's got him. Well, campaign ruined. Throwing the domain expansion. No! Ah! Wait, hold up. Like, I love that seeing this image because it makes me think of. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that a shrimp fried that rice?
Are you telling me,
Tell me that a shrimp
chicken
fried
fried
this
that
rice?
rice?
Oh god. Anyways,
You seriously expect me to believe that a
Ah.
chicken fried that rice?
so I'm gonna ask this question. Is everybody traveling outside? Just making sure.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. What did I say? Well, I'm just making sure. Cause
Mora passed out.
oh, more passed out. Okay.
Rest in peace, Bozo.
What did I say? Because I was gonna ask if Henrik was inside of his laboratory or not.
Just guessed he is. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'm just asking a question.
Rest in peace, Bozo.
Rest in peace, boy.
That's right. All Texans are Springs now.
I'm gonna say. We'll say. Though that's the thing is like, would Henrik hang out in the laboratory or would he be a traveler?
Probably. I would assume he'd be in the.
I assume he's traveling with you guys because he hasn't asked me about like parts or anything like that or asked me
Yeah.
any roles.
Maybe not then.
So technically Henrik would be.
Well, I mean, there's still a lot of things he would be doing, I think. I mean, he still has to work on the cure. That's the growing problem.
Yeah, but he hasn't said that he's going
I
to,
know.
so.
I know. That's a fair
Yeah,
point.
I agree that he definitely should. Maybe make that a number one priority type deal, but
I just don't want to be a dick and just go like
you can't force it.
and speak for him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, because he hasn't said anything about any parts or anything, I would say give us the manpower if we need it, and say he's outside.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Because he hasn't said anything. Can we all just be okay with that? And like obviously, like Kerma can always come back and go objection.
Hearsay?
Whose side are you on?
I think it'd be badgering,
I'm
actually.
on my own side. I don't.
I say,
Side.
I'm your husband. You're supposed to be on my side.
It'd definitely be a form of badgering.
Anyways, if that being the case, if I remember correctly, Henrik has a +0 to wisdom saves.
Oh, no.
You know what? Going back on it, maybe he's inside. Cause you know what, Stray's got a point. Like, there's a lot that he could be working on, just like miscellaneous things.
Yeah, funny that. Tiny,
Hello.
could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Could you roll a d20 for Henrik? And I know that his wisdom is +0.
Okay. That's a 2.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Bardic Inspiration, Flash of Genius.
No.
Blue would have no
No.
Maybe
idea.
Flash of Genius.
Blue.
Well, I mean-
The thing about Bardic Inspiration is that Blue needs to do it before the roll. The
Oh,
only,
yeah.
shit.
the
That's
only-
right.
the
That's
only
same
reason
with guidance.
he can use it on himself without needing to do it before the roll because he, as a lore bard, it specifically says he can.
Damn it.
So Henrik wouldn't know, but Blue's passive perception, absolutely, you can see that scrying orb above Henrik.
He just kind. Okay. He's doing it, Winter. He's just going to kind of float above Henrik, blocking his view. This is the song that does it, and yes, it goes on.
Roll a performance
He's
check.
going to say that.
Can I figure out why the hell Blue is doing this?
Well, I assume Blue is mentioned to
He's
everybody.
told you about scrying multiple. Yeah, he's told you about the scrying.
It's not something that Belwraith actively thinks about.
I mean, you could roll.
Alright.
You could roll an insight check. And Blue, roll a performance check for how annoying this is going to be.
Blue, what
Okay,
the? Oh,
I'm
I see.
gonna use enhance ability to be more annoying.
I figure a 19 is
Oh,
enough
yeah.
to figure out what's happening.
Oh, absolutely. You
Yeah.
be able to tell.
Hey.
That's-
Blue, please remember that the
41.
thing beyond is not the only one you're annoying.
It's a 41.
It is very annoying. But I say,
He's going to do that
It's
for
like
a
sung
solid
out
10
of tune
minutes.
intentionally.
No, it's made to get stuck in your head. He's
Oh.
doing that for a solid 10 minutes, and scrying lasts that long.
but I say, Belwraith, you watch as Alosa hands you something. Might need.
Oh, some look and see what it is.
It is earphone. Not earphones, but I say earplugs.
Great, thank you.
Blue has a bunch of
Yep.
pairs if anyone wants them. He's
Yep.
gonna do that for a solid 10 minutes.
Yes, please. Takes a pair of the earplugs too.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
muted, aren't I?
I-
No, I'm not. Never mind.
yeah, Belwraith is not that unhappy about it, but an annoying thing is gonna be annoying, even if it is helpful.
Alosa will hand it to you just as an option. Let us say, but I need 2 people to roll perception checks.
I can.
I want to know, do they keep concentration for the entire 10 minutes?
Oh, yeah, for
or
the
do they
end.
drop it?
For the entire 10 minutes.
15.
Nice.
15 for Belwraith and 22 for Kazir. I say, Stray, if you're saying anything, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was muted.
It's all good.
22 on
22.
both sides.
Nice, nice. All right. As you guys are traveling, you guys watch as Ice in Summer looks at her map, and she goes, "All right, we're in the vicinity of where the giant demon and the main fought. This is going to be a bit of looking around, but we're going to need to be thorough." So, that being said, the fight, like, you watch as she kind of, like, scopes around the area. Everybody, but I say, we're going to need to, from about here, and you watch as she takes out her bow and she shoots 2 areas. One off maybe about 100 feet, from where your guys is, like, from, like, the west of where you guys are. And she fires the bow again maybe about 75 feet going east. This was about the battlefield that they fought in, at least from a rough estimate, using my maps and everything. But we're going to need to make sure that we check this place thoroughly, because more than likely it probably got buried under the sand.
Definitely would make sense.
Hearing that, Blue's going to pull out the claws that he took back from the big guy.
I
Oh, yeah.
have an idea. I don't know if I can pull this off or not.
Oh, what's up?
Legend lore, do you consider myself to be acquainted with the item?
The problem is that you know the item, but you don't but I say unfortunately you've never held it personally. You only know of the item.
I also don't have locate objects, so
Yeah, the locate object would be a really good spell to have right now.
I don't know if you need to be acquainted with the item or not, though.
Let me pull up legend lore.
I mean,
Yeah, I
You
will be
could've-
casting legend lore, maybe.
you could say Knuckle could have prepped
Oh, that's true.
locate object.
Gotta say,
It's a cleric spell.
it is a cleric spell. I'll be
And
nice.
it would make sense.
I'll
You
be-
would know we are looking for it.
That's, you know what? That's fair. I will concede to this, and I would say Knuckle would prepare it for the day because that is what you guys are doing. But let me just look this up real fast. Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings your mind to a brief summary of the significant lore of the item you named. Lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that are never been told. If the thing named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. Or the more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed information. Okay. Technically, you could.
So it could be on the battlefield.
This is
Legend lore about this battlefield.
This is true. I will say this: would Belwraith use this right away, or would Belwraith hold on to this and while you guys are searching? This is a 5th level spell.
Yeah.
And
that's
locate
fine.
object is only 2nd level.
I don't have locate
Yeah, but
object, so I'll
Knuckle
let
does.
Knuckle. I'll let Knuckle send it.
Yeah. Either way, it takes 10 minutes to cast this, so might as well let Knuckle go first.
In those 10 minutes, Blue's going to just to run zoom around the area.
All right. So, for you guys, if you guys want to roll investigation checks, you can. Knuckle is going to cast locate object, which I will pull up the specifics of locate object.
Natural 20.
Nice. Within 1,000 feet. Okay.
And then investigation plus another 7. 34 with a nat 20.
Nice. And I say 24 for Kazir, which is also really solid. But I say Knuckle casts locate object, and as he does, you guys watch as he walks from one arrow to the other, and he looks to you all and he goes, "I cannot find this object that you speak of." With the DC was 26. I say Blue.
I beat the DC.
Blue. As you're kind of following, like, and I assume like Kazir and all of them are also like kind of looking at random places, like trying to find like traces of like, there's got to be something like a sign that a sword would be there, or maybe like even remnants of where the battle took place. The problem with deserts,
Blue's loot goblin mode goes in.
yeah, the problem with deserts is that often it becomes a clean slate very quickly. Like, blustering sand often blows away everything. But it also is what makes the desert so beautiful. The worst things could possibly happen in the desert, and in one day, it's like nothing happened at all.
Unless you're ancient Egypt.
Unless you're ancient Egypt. Stubborn bastards. No, but I say, fucking Egypt's awesome. I love Egyptian culture and everything. Goddamn. But, to a desert? Old man shaking his hands. But, Blue, it takes a while. It takes probably a couple hours while you guys are like looking around and doing like working with stuff and trying to look for things, but you, with a Delver Claws, you kind of go pretty deep. Like, you go into the ground, essentially. Like a badger, you start digging into the ground. And as you dig,
zooming around like a mole.
And as you dig, suddenly you watch as the sand falls, and you fall. But fortunately, you can fly, so you just kind of catch yourself. But
Floats down.
There's a pretty decent sized cavern, like underneath where the quote unquote battlefield is. And with a natural 20, you see a lot of movement down here. Like, not in the sense of like, oh, there's things down here. No, no, no. Like signs of movement down here. Like her things have been here. But whatever this thing is huge. And it has to have like multiple body parts. Like there's like multiple like movement lines and everything in the sand.
Does it look like a bunch of feet or like tail
A
or?
bunch of tail. Roll an Arcana
Oh,
check with advantage.
oh no.
Displacer beasts.
Oh,
No.
fuck, that would be bad if it was, though.
Not really. They're little
Uh,
babies.
27.
Yeah, but they're a
27.
pain in the ass to hit.
They are a pain in the ass.
You
but
you recognize this movement in the ground. You guys have fought a creature like this in the past.
Oh, no.
A particular thorn in your
Hydra?
a particular creature that was a thorn in your side in Makanali.
Hydra!
Except this one is significantly bigger.
Blue's gonna kind of look around. Then he's going to dig up right underneath Bip.
Bimp is like, ah! Oh, don't scare me like that, Blue.
I found the Hydra cave.
A Hydra cave?
Oh, fuck.
Do they make
I found a
caves?
Hydra cave. There's a cave, and it has signs of Hydra.
Is that like she look
I
like
think this.
Bimp looks over to Ice and Summer. Is that normal? You watch as Ice and Summer scratches the back of her head. I mean, it's always possible that the Yanti would go looking for treasure, but I figured because it's a singular sword buried in the sand, I figured that the chances of them finding it would be slim to none. Especially with how random, like, the fight was.
I'm not lying. You want to come see?
She looks at you and she actually nods because she would need to track this.
He's gonna put out a rope so she can keep up.
She appreciates it. But with help, she comes down into the tunnel and she drops. And she is going to roll a survival check. Yeah, that's a 33.
See? Hydra. I mean, I think it's a Hydra. We fought a Hydra before, but this is a
You
lot
are
bigger than
correct.
that.
This is a Hydra. Unfortunately, it's a particularly big one too. Probably one of the Lord's pets.
Oh. I mean, we do have the Bane of Hydras over there. Bim.
Looks over at Bimp, and Bimp is just like, "Hi." It's just a small gnome. I mean, I've seen her on the battlefield. She is quite terrifying.
Yeah, I watched her drop the sun on people.
Here comes the sun. Doo doo doo. It seems to be.
He doesn't care about.
Oh no, go
He
ahead.
doesn't care about the meteors. All he cares about is sunburn.
The sun. No, I am not your father. I am the sun. But you watch as she kind of like is looking at the area and everything, and she goes, "These are recent. Maybe the last, maybe a week. If they have the sword, it was purely by chance. There's no way they would have known about it. But I see these tracks aren't old. This cavern isn't old. It's fresh. I think it was just bad luck. But we could follow the cavern. We have a good chance of being able to go exactly where the creature is. But if we do this, I would recommend we be careful. And if we decide we want to deal with the Thrycreen, not Thrycreen, I mean possibly the Thrycreen. But if we're gonna deal with the Yuan-ti, we need to be careful. We don't want to start any. We don't want them to seeking revenge, especially on Uskar right now.
Yeah. More enemies.
It's like
Not enemies yet.
it kind of comes with the territory for you guys, unfortunately. You know, being heroes and whatnot.
And
You kind of cut into their slave trade.
How dare
Yeah.
we? Oh no, we can't have slaves anymore.
And their human sacrifice trade.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, God, we are terrible, aren't we?
The worst. How dare you?
Is there any way to
Against
deal with
slavery?
Yuan-ti?
Go on.
Is there any way to deal with Yuan-ti that doesn't involve us committing mass murder?
It's tough. It depends on who we have to deal with. If it's one of the Baron Lords, maybe. They are very dangerous and very powerful, but they often are very greedy. They will often allow us to do trade, but we have to be careful. They do see us mortals as lesser beings. If they think one of us is good for human sacrifice, or worse, think that we should become a Yuan-ti, it kind of becomes a complicated process. But if it's one of the lords of the one of the Yuan-ti lords, we're probably better off killing them. They can be very dangerous, though, so we need to be careful which one it is. There are a total of about 7 Yuan-ti lords and 2 Baron lords.
Yes. One way to find out.
And there's a straight path.
Yippee.
So do you guys follow the path?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Blue's casting fucking. Hold on. He has a spell. Blue is casting Gift of Alacrity on himself.
Oh, alright.
Just in case they get in a fight, he gets an upper hand on initiative.
Absolutely. And as you guys follow the trail before you, not sure of what to expect up ahead, but maybe a fight, maybe a negotiation, who knows? But only time will tell what is lying before you underneath the desert. As that is where we're going to leave the session for tonight.
That's a good place to put.
Yeah, it's a nice 3 hour. We've done 3 hours. Roughly 3 hours. It's a good.
We're missing 2 people.
Yeah, we're missing 2 people now. But this is a good stopping point.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys would have.
Blue.
No, go ahead.
I want, before we end, I want an insight check from her.
Oh, for Ice and Summer
Yeah.
on Blue.
Yes.
All right, and then Blue needs to roll it. Is Blue hiding his emotions?
Not really.
Okay.
Just curious how much she sees.
Okay. I'll roll in and roll 20. Let's say.
And
I had
hearing that
Go
hearing the even worse they might think you should be a Yanti thing got Blue very curious.
Oh.
Interesting.
I mean, you rolled really high when it came to Yanti history. I say, because I remember having to bust up the book and start listing off the different Yanti.
Yeah.
But I say, you would know that, like, yes, there are Yanti born as Yanti, but there are some, like, humanoids who become Yanti. They will,
Oh.
they often do, like, they'll do, like, offerings to their snake gods, which I know Blue has no idea what those are because he rolled a natural one when it came to the gods for
You
Yanti.
know about their culture, not their gods.
Which makes sense. I mean, from an outside perspective, it's like looking at a cult and going like, well, why are they this way? Ah, their god told them to do it or some shit. But I say, but it's like, what did their cult do? It's like, well, I could tell you all these various things that they did, the procedures, like their mind washing, like, but you know, what they do to people.
Pardon me.
But you would know that, like, especially if a Yanti thinks that a humanoid is either, like, most of the time they prefer, you know, willing subjects. You know, people who want, like, they're cultists who worship the same snake god, and basically they turn them into Yanti. Or if they think you're a person of significant power, they'd want to turn you into a Yanti under their service. Or turn you into an abomination, where you, and the more powerful you are, the more powerful of an abomination you would be. It's kind of awful. It's kind of a terrible thing, and, like, it's very much similar to the spell that Blue has, but used for very evil purposes.
Yeah.
Yanti culture isn't about being kind or nice. It's actually very forceful and terrifying.
Yeah, I know. I played a Yanti.
Yeah, I've also played a Yanti.
They weren't the greatest. They ate people.
It's true. But I say...
Me too.
But no, yeah, bro, say... No, but in this world, there are good Yanti. Like in Idris and Kala, like they add, like there are, like, the ambassador to the country is a Yanti. Like she and her family and her culture, those are good Yanti. But I say Uskar's history is about getting rid of the bad Yanti. Like the actual, like, cultists, the ones who still practice these barbaric, horrible things.
Yeah.
In Idris, like the Yanti of Idris, they're all born that way. They didn't become Yanti. Like, they were all born that way. But I know this because one of my players in my Thursday group, he is a Yanti born in Idris. Like, he was, like, they're in a Tol Vor, but he was born in Idris as a Yanti.
Yeah, Blue was curious because Yantis are interesting, powerful, and my favorite race.
That's fair. I personally enjoy them a lot. Like, I played a Yanti as well because of the fact that I'm like, God, that's so cool.
So if Blue could become a Yanti, but not be a cultist, cool.
I mean, yeah, but I say, who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, good. We'll have 2 abominations to God in the party.
Look, they get magic resistance and poison immunity. That's awesome.
I mean, it is, and also just a couple of free spells.
Yeah.
Like Yanti
Like poison spray, animal friendship, and suggestion.
Yeah, Yanti just get a free use of suggestion.
Yeah.
Same with like just like as Tiny said, like poison spray and all that stuff. Like, that's just good stuff to have. And magic resistance and with magic resistance and fucking poison immunity. Those are such useful things. The only thing is, Tiny, is that there is one person in your party who can bypass that rule of poison immunity.
Yeah, but that person wouldn't try and kill me.
True.
It's not like I'm fighting that
You don't
person
know that.
usually.
That is true. I just wanted to point out, it's just like, technically these Yanti all think that they're safe, but the truth is, it's like Kazir is probably their worst nightmare.
That's a good point.
Kazir, poison them. Make them feel it.
The only problem is if they found out that Kazir could poison them, they'd want him dead for
Oh
like
yeah.
they'd think
Yeah.
him as an abomination and would do everything in their power to kill him.
Ah, yes, he's the abomination.
Well, I mean,
You ugly
able to
fucking
poison
snake
even
people.
those that are immune to it. That's pretty powerful.
That's impressive. Be proud.
Scary.
And also the anti-poison aura. That's also very useful.
Yeah, I believe that.
Sorry, I was muted, Abby.
Anyways, now we can end session.
Yeah, now we can end session. Sorry about that, Abby. Abby's hands are cold, and she just decided to fucking. She just decided to touch my neck. Ah,
That's
Ooh.
what you deserve. Good job, Abby.
ah. And like
10
her,
out of 10.
her
Brian.
only response is like, "You're so warm," and it's just like, "Yes, I am very warm. Thank you very much."
End your stream.
I'm ending the stream right now. Say. But that being said, at least for stream goes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys next week as we're going to continue doing some D&D. But I say we will be starting the conversation about Call of Cthulhu, which is going to be really fun. Really excited.
Yeah.
But
Or Call of Cthulhu might be next week. We don't know yet.
we don't know yet. Probably not next. Probably not next week, but within the next 2 weeks, I would like to get started. But I say it depends on how much information we get and how much stuff we get done before then. And in case anybody looks at me and goes like, "Well, I want to get connected to this. Could we do something?" And it's like, okay, well, as long as I have some time to do it. You know what I mean? Kind of
So
like
cock.
kind of like what I did for you guys, doing like a session 0 for all of you.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
But we'll talk more.
I already have my character.
Oh, we've been talking.